Grand Rising, Grand Rising, how's everybody feel?
Feeling great, sir.
Feeling great. Super great, son. Let's go, let's go.
Feel great, great. Blessed and highly favored.
Okay, that was good. Sorry, you guys hear me? Can you see me? Listen, Miss Baker, I'm sorry. Y'all know me, I'm usually on the way to the gym. I called myself, hey, Miss Charlotte, I called myself getting to the gym before the call. When I got here by 8:15, I'm wrapping up. But I still want to get here with you guys. Super great, come out here, right? Come out here so we get it in, right? Get it in. It's one thing to pump iron, it's another thing to pump energy. Oh, you like that one, right, Mr. Pulliam? It's one thing to pump iron, it's another thing to pump energy, okay? So we need to pump some energy through this call. We need to look at everybody that's on the call and find our buds, right? Find our buds, find our family. Let's get them on this call. It's only 9:02. I don't want to be before you long because why? Why, guys? What's today? T. Henderson, what's up, dog? What's up, player? It's Friday. We got it, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Come on now. That's only 2 people. That's a problem. That's a problem. I need to hear it from everybody. What is today? What?
Yay!
Let's grow. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's grow. All night. Come on, we had an amazing training last night. If you were on there, put a 4 in the chat for me. If you were on there, don't just put it just to be cool. If you were on there, if you were attentive, if you know who's presenting, of course, our fearless leader of Team Merge Alliance, right? One half of the Browns, Mr. Brown, giving it to us real and raw. We know that it was needed. It was needed to pump us forward, keep us going, right? Get up early and often, be the early bird that gets the worm, not just in our own lives, but of our professional careers here as what? Nevada cans, as Mr. Henderson likes to say. Nevada cans, right? You can do it. But I'm going to speak about it. But for me to get there to it, of course, Miss Charlotte, we talked about it. Miss Baker, we talked about it. Mr. T. Henderson, we talked about it. Mr. Pulliam, we talked about it. I'm saying these guys' names right now because I can see them. They're giving me the energy based off visual. I see my home girl, right? I see my lady right there. I see Miss Shantae Ellis, right? I had to put the last name on there. Beyonce told me if I like it, I should have put a ring on it. So I went ahead and did it, Mr. Pulliam. I went ahead and did it, you know. I got tired of wondering what if, so I just got on and did it. You know what I mean? I think it was a good decision, right? So I see her.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, who else we got? Oh, there we go. My other partner in crime. Come on now. Tech Tony. How we doing, ma'am? Come on. I see you up on this call. Who else we got? Miss Scott. Miss Pearl Scott. How we doing? I don't think we've met yet. Miss Dowdell. What's going on? Miss Dinish. Miss Green. Come on now. I want to see some faces. I want to see these. Miss Natasha St. Amand, what's going on? Ooh, she gave a great training yesterday, y'all. She gave a great training in the morning, some motivation.
Great morning.
Yes, ma'am. See, she's always high spirited. I love it. I always love that. Now, Miss Commence Williams, you know I'm gonna call you out now. Come on now. I want to see you guys. Not for my own well-being. There we go, Tech Tony. I seen it. And she flipped her hair. Y'all saw that? She flipped her hair at me like that, Mr. Philly. You saw her do it? So I'm on the screen. How's everybody? Mr. Stephon Henderson, my man, give me some, sir.
Let's grow.
I love it.
Let's grow.
Hey, T, what's going on, baby? How we doing? How are we doing, everybody? Come on now. Miss Dowdell, Miss Merlene, how you doing? Guys, it's Friday. Yay, Mr. JKJ, my man, Mr. Johnson, how we doing, sir? Look, we're going to do this the right way. We're already 5 minutes in. Get the rest of our family on. Mr. B. Mr. B is in the house, even while he's doing a million different things at once. That's all I was trying to say. Don't laugh at me. Stop laughing, okay? Stop laughing, Miss Williams. He has got it going. He's on there. Our fearless leader, Mr. Andre Brown, is here. But the other Mr. B, come on now. My brother, I want to see his face. I don't care if he's at work. Even if you give me a quick flash with a thumbs up, something. Mr. Bailey, I see him. My brother from another. Come on, sir. How we doing this morning? Give me something. Give me something, sir. Come on. You know I trust in you. I believe in you. I need you, man. You always keep me great. I'm trying to keep you great. Everybody, we in this together, right? We in this together. If you believe that, put a 3 in the chat. If you believe we're in this together, put a 3 in the chat. All right, Fifi, you be careful because you driving. I don't want my dog to get hurt. I see you over there, okay? All right. We got Mr. Fulham. Okay, Mr. Einish, I love it. I love it. I'm going to see who don't believe. I'm going to see who does not believe. This is really going to be quick, guys. Give you about a good 15, but it's going to be pure energy. It's going to be pure energy. I told y'all, so if you guys just coming on, I'm at the gym. I had to get out. I was trying to get here early before everything, but forget it, right? Got my workout in. Now I'm here with you guys. We're going to get this going. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to set today off great. We know how we do. For those who are new, welcome to this morning power call. For those who are on there, you know what we do on Fridays. On the count of 3, you're going to explode. And why are you going to explode? You know why. I'm actually going to call on one person. I'm going to call on one person first. Got me moving around. I'm all feeling it, right? I'm feeling it. Got my juices flowing. I'm going to ask one person. Let me see. Let me search through. I know who I'm going to call. I know who I'm going to ask. I hope that they're ready because I'm looking right at them. They don't know that I'm doing this. But Mr. T. Henderson, why do we show all this energy on a Friday, sir? Why do we show all this energy, sir? Let's get them pumped up, and you're going to give the count. I'm going to give
Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Energy is never lost. It's only transferred. So let's transfer some of that positive energy to everybody on the Mercy Alliance family.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So here we go. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to have the brothers in action. That's what I'm calling them. The brothers in action give the countdown. Mr. T. Henderson showed us why energy is important. Mr. Stephon Henderson, if he can only do this so well as he always does so well, he's going to give us that right countdown. And he's going to say it's, and we're going to say Friday, and we're going to get to it. Does that make sense, everybody? Mr. Stephon Henderson, it's yours, sir. It's on you, sir.
Let's go, let's grow. We're gonna bring this call in. We're gonna bring energy to this call, energy to this call as we bring Mr. Aaron Ray in. And on the count of 3, I'm gonna say it, and everybody's gonna say Friday. So you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. It's
That's what I'm talking about. Giving energy, giving it to the team, not just giving it to the team, you're giving it to yourself. Give energy, give life to yourself. Give energy to your business. That's what I want to speak about, right? That's what I want to speak about. Last night, we got a real training, right? It wasn't a step-by-step necessarily. It was a step-by-step within your spirit, within your mind frame, right? It was a step-by-step to get you going on that path and let you know that it's okay that when you go through your struggles, you just don't give up. Am I right? Does that make sense? It's just making sense to you. Put a 3 in the chat real quick. It's going to be a quick one, so you're going to have to be on it, right? We want to be on it. It's Friday. It's the end of the month almost. It's time to go. Put a 3 in the chat if that makes sense, right? We want to attack the game. We want to do it every day. Now, I'm going to share something with you. There's a lot of people. I was one of these people, right? A lot of people go through life sometimes and they live vicariously through what? Through what, Ms. Baker? Another person. Does that make sense? They look to another person. Right, Mr. Tully? They sit there every day. Sometimes it's their brother. Come on. Who else we know? Who else do people live through sometimes? Put it in the chat. Sometimes it's brother. Sometimes it's a sister. Who else? Is it a celebrity? Right? A singer? Right? Come on. Who else living? If you know what I'm talking about, come on. A friend. There you go. Kids. That's the main one right there. Kids. Right? He hit it on the head. Friends, again, right? People live through others. Now, there's nothing wrong. Parents, exactly right, Ms. Niners. Parents, they do that often. Now, we understand the admiration that you might have for the individual, right? And I was that person, Mr. Henderson. I promise you I was, right? I would live through others. Say, man, they're doing it. I'm happy for them. That's amazing. They're doing amazing things. That's just not for me. Does that make sense, Ms. Griffiths? There's awesome. There's something about them that is so special, right? I would love to be like them, but I don't have anything in me. That's just not for me. Does that make sense, Ms. Williams? People have done that. If you've done that, you're going to be honest with yourself. Put a 2 in the chat. I told you you're going to go fast, y'all. Put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. Miss Williams, oh, it's like, boy, that was me. You know that. That don't even play like that. That was me. I've done it before, right? I don't want you to feel guilty about it. I'm just gonna wake you up about something, right? I'm gonna wake you up about something. The first thing that I saw that a lot of people have done is they put kids, right? They go kids. Now here's the thing. You know, I was listening to a podcast about this not too long ago. I listened to something called I Am Athlete, right? They have a lot of real discussions. It's former athletes talking about their daily lives. You'd be surprised because you think that they're special. They're built different. They don't have all these different issues that we have. But guess what? They do, right? They do. And they talked about something. They talked about something that meant a lot to me. Of course, me being a father, it stuck with me different than a lot of people. I still am an athlete, but I was once always on the field, right? I was always on the football field. I was always on the basketball court. I was always in either wrestling ring or boxing ring. I was always doing something, right? And of course, when I was little, what do you think I wanted to do, Miss Baker? What do you think I wanted to do? The only thing that was in my head, sports. That's it, sports. Oh, I was good. Brother was good, right? And all I thought about was, there it is, Miss Griffiths, going pro. That's it, going pro. Because when you're doing pretty good, you're at the top of the list on a lot of things, right? You're doing great at camps and things like that. You tend to get people around you that are called yes men. Does that make sense? Oh, you're so good, you don't need to worry about school. You don't need to worry about the books. You don't need to worry about too much education. Just do enough to get by because you're going to go pro. You got the talent. But what's one quote that we know, guys, right? Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Does that make sense? So, of course, you can't do it. Or, yes, women. Exactly right, Ms. Dinus.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, of course, my work ethic is high. My skill is high. All that stuff. But there's things called injuries that happen. Right? And when you get injured, sometimes you have a fragile mentality. Now, that doesn't mean that you'll quit. That just means you have a warrior mentality. Keep going, keep going, keep going. But when things don't go the way you want, you start to shut it down. Does that make sense? Start to shut it down.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
this is for me. Man, I tore my knee. Maybe I should go a different route, but I don't know what route to go because everybody told me I don't need to worry about my education. I don't need to worry about business. I don't need to worry about finances, money. I'll hire people for that when I get to this level. But here's a trick that I learned by being around Dr. Money, Mr. Brown, Mr. Van Gore, right? They always say, know a little bit about a lot. If I have no idea, Mr. Stephon Henderson will like this, sir. If I have no idea what's going on with my finances, how can I put the right people in position to help me with my finances? That goes back to my education. Am I right? Think about it. That goes back to my education. That doesn't always mean the books, guys. That doesn't always mean the social studies book that had about 400 pages of history, right? That all of it isn't even correct. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest, right? It's not about going through, I'm sorry for engineers, everybody. So it's not about going through calculus, right? I'm not going to sit here and go through calculus and do all that. Well, all I'm going to do is, and no offense to them, no offense, because I've done it before, all I'm going to do is be a cashier. What do I need calculus for? Does that make sense? So what happens is people flood your mind because they're not doing the things that they want to do. And they start living vicariously through who? You. That's right. They start living through you, trying to have you make the decisions and do the things they were scared to take leaps on for themselves and do it for you, right? And the things that they were scared of, what do they tell you? It won't work. It won't happen. You can't do it. Does that make sense? Don't mess this up. Now, do they mean well? That's the question. I'm asking this to you guys. Be honest with me. Do they mean well? Come on, guys, put it in the chat. Do you think they mean well? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you think they mean well by you? Yes, of course. Ms. Griffith says yes. Okay. Ms. Ellis Ray says yes. All right. So we got 3 people. All right. 4 people. Okay. There we go. There we go. Trying to protect.
And don't
There
want
you
you
go.
to succeed.
There you go. There we go. There we go. Not all the time, Miss Scott says. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Now, here we go. This is why I asked that question. This is why I say this. Because now that when you focus on yourself, how we doing, John? Good morning. Oh, thank you, sir. While we're doing this, while we're moving forward in our lives, what starts to happen? I'm bringing this to me, right? You start to have kids of your own. You start to have a family of your own. While I'm taking these risks and working my jobs and now jumping in something that I feel is a great opportunity. Of course, you already know I'm smiling even thinking about Medica, right? I'm here with my family here. We're talking this morning. Come on, Miss Charlotte. She's smiling with me. I'm happy about this. And guess what others do? Oh, that's that pyramid stuff. That stuff's not gonna work. Oh yeah, you tried it? No, I didn't try it. I heard somebody that tried it. So how do you know? Because they said it. So do you know for yourself? No, I don't know. Why? Because they're living through others, too afraid to take an experience of themselves. Now, what can't happen? What cannot happen? This is the only time I'll tell you. Tell me time I will tell you. Excuse me, I got tongue tied, Mr. Henson. I'm sorry. You cannot allow the self-doubts and the disbeliefs for what they did for themselves to affect you. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot allow the disbeliefs and the self-doubt that they have for themselves affect you. Why? And the reason I said Mr. T. Henderson is because he said it at the very beginning. Energy is never lost. It's only transferred. Which brings me to my point. Remember, I said I started having kids, right? And I was watching the podcast, right? Right? Never put your... Somebody tried to call me. Somebody tried to call me, interrupt the call. Not gonna happen, right? Never put your beliefs or even the doubts or maybe even your failures of something that you may not have accomplished in your life, Mr. Brady. How you doing, sir? My man. Never put that on your children. Uh-oh, I'm about to hit a nerve. I said never put that on your children. Why am I saying that? Because right now you're in an opportunity of a lifetime. You believe that? You're in an opportunity of a lifetime. You're at the beginning of a company. You're at the grand scheme. I believe in the scheme of things. You have everything working in your favor. You have the ability to sit here and help create the process to bring in more individuals. I want you to think about that right now. What's going to happen if you decide to say, you know what? If Mr. Ray decides to say, you know what? I'm going to live through Maya. I'm going to put all the pressures of life on a 7th grade. I'm going to push her as hard as I can to be an athlete. I'm going to push her as hard as I can to train her as hard as I can to do something. Maybe it's the WNBA. Maybe it's tennis. Maybe it's a lawyer. Maybe it's a doctor, a veterinarian, whatever it is, right, Ms. Griffiths? I'm going to push her to do all of this. But I don't even know what she wants to do in her life yet. See, the reason I'm bringing that up, I want you to take, just like myself, a check up from the neck off from last night's training from Mr. Brown, right? I want you to look at yourself in the mirror, and I want you to fight that person that keeps telling you, nah, you ain't worth all that. Your cousin's right. Your sister's right. Your brother's right. Your parents were right. Your cousins were right. Your friends were right. That's not meant for people like you. I want you to look that person in the mirror and say, you a lie. I need you to stand up to that person that you look at every day and have that self-doubt, that you can't make it, that you can't create the life of your dreams. And I need you to look at that person. I need you to deny them their happiness. Ooh. I need you to deny that person in the mirror's happiness of pulling you down. Does that make sense? If you wouldn't put a 1 in the chat. Come on now. I told you we're going to be short with this, but I need it to be powerful. I need to know that y'all with me and you're feeling me on this. I'm serious. It's time for a reality check for the person in the mirror. Not the people around you, for the one in the mirror. The one that you see every day. The one that you only knows how they go to sleep, how they wake up, what they work for, what they do on a daily basis, what goes on in the mental, what goes on in the heart, what goes on in the spiritual. You're the only person that knows what's going on every single day in that person in the mirror. That's right, sir. It starts with you. You're the only person that truly knows that person's heart. You're the only person that really knows that person's mind. You are the only person that knows that person's spirit. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Just keep it real. Sometimes you're afraid to let that real spirit come out. Sometimes you're afraid to let that mind really speak its volume and its nature. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be mean. You don't need to do that. Remember, you're a three-part being. That's why you let the spirit. Spirit only operates in goodness. Makes sense? The spirit only operates in goodness. But see, what happens is it gets affected because the mind gets upset. Right? And when the mind gets shown things, guess what happens? It starts to deflect because it wants to keep you comfortable. Just like what? People. They have your best interests in mind usually, but they don't realize that just outside the comfort zone is how you get to the best part. Just like your mind doesn't realize until it's exposed to something, it's going to keep you in this box because you're comfortable. It's easy to direct and deflect and tell everybody else what they should be doing, but it's hard to make that person in the mirror come on. Okay, y'all not getting it. I guess you're not getting it. I'm gonna say it again. It's easy to delegate. How many of y'all have had managers or bosses who like, what do they do all this? They don't even know how to do it for themselves. Come on, sir. Y'all gonna be real, y'all just gonna sit there.
Yes, sir. Absolutely true, sir. Yes, sir.
If you can do that, if you can think that with everybody else around you, why won't you think that for the person in the mirror? Oh, this person won't make this phone call. Oh, this person won't pick up this phone when I'm trying to do it. Oh, this person won't do this. This person won't do that. What about the person in the mirror? Will they do it on a continual basis and not just do it because you're going through the motions as heard? Not just going through the motions, no, because it's your genuine heart. You make a lifestyle switch. You make a spiritual switch. You make, as Mr. Henderson said, a paradigm shift. It starts with you. Because when you start walking in the beat of your own drum, and you start walking with people who have the similar mindset of expansion, I'm gonna tell this with you guys. I'm gonna see if you're writing this down. The reason I use the word expansion, right? It's a beautiful quote that I love. What does exposure lead to, guys? Come on. Come on. Somebody follow me. What does exposure lead to?
Understanding. Opportunities.
Getting there. Getting there. We're getting there. It does definitely understand. Definitely.
Exposure leads to expansion, sir.
Thank you, sir. Exposure leads to expansion. Want me to prove it? I bet you I prove it. Miss Williams, see this smile? I bet you I prove it. You won't believe it. I bet you I prove it.
Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
Here we go. When you got involved with Nevada, right? You were exposed to a brand new way of bringing not just products, not just service, but a brand new way of mentality, a brand new way of spirituality, right? And a brand new way of financial education. Tell me I'm wrong. Once you were exposed to it, did you or did you not start looking into many things for yourself to become a better person? I see some faces like, yeah.
Yes, sir. Personal development, sir.
Right? Come on, Miss Merlene. The reason being is because even if you've been here for some umpteen years, right? Right, Mr. Grady? Even if you've been here for a while, Miss Griffiths, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, Miss Fifi? No matter what you're doing, once your mind is exposed to something, it can never go back to what it once was. Why? Because it sees it now. It now understands that it's attainable. And did you know, it's a scientific fact, if you visit something that the mind has never, ever experienced before, once you do it once, it's a taste, so now it wonders. The mind starts to wonder. Come on, follow me. Who can I see? I see you, Miss Tanya. Hopefully I said that right. Don't knock me out. Right? The mind starts to wonder, come on, Vetech Tony, right? It starts to do this. Starts to go because it's been exposed. Did you know that the second time it goes into it, Mr. Johnson, the second time it sees it physically in its form, Mr. Henderson, Mr. Stephen Henderson, Mr. Bullion, did you know, Ms. Dowdell, it now believes it's attainable? Y'all didn't know that, did you? Once the mind is exposed the first time, it starts to wonder, what if, what it would be like, how would it be? I wonder if, I wish I could. But once it's exposed for the second time, it now says, I can't wait until I'm there. I can't wait until I can. I cannot wait until I'm inside this one more again. And for those that don't know, one more again, that means once again, ladies and gentlemen, right? It means
Yes,
once
sir.
I'm involved with it one more time, once I get exposed to it one more time, it's now mine. Why am I sharing that with you? Because it's time for you to stop living through other people's lens and start living through your own. And it starts on this wonderful Friday. We had an amazing training, right? Not just that, you woke up, you're on this call. The best part about these calls is that even though you can look in the camera and see me, you can still see yourself. So at the time that you see yourself, whether you're driving, whether you're stocking a shelf, whether you're walking through the house, whether you're sitting down and you're writing everything down that we're talking about, I need you to start believing in what you truly want to accomplish in life. I need you to stop thinking that you got to be like somebody else and it's enough just being yourself. Because just like a fingerprint, you are unique, you are powerful, you can accomplish anything that you truly set your what? Your mind to. Because once it is exposed, come on now. Once you expose it, it now wonders. Right? Come on, Mr. Grady, they're not feeling it, man. They're not talking about it. Once it's exposed, once it's exposed, what happens the second time? I just told you. It now thinks that it's what? Attainable. You can have it. To bring this home, come on, Mr. Stefan. I told you he was gonna like this, sir. To bring this home, why do you think we say, yo, come to everything? Why do we think you say, go through your numbers every day, but do it with a heart that actually cares with gratitude? I don't care if you stumble around and make some mistakes here and there. Just like you said, new day, new hour, new minute, new second, whatever it is, keep going. Because your mind sees it. Come on, Vetech Tony. No, it should be on me real quick. Sir, you ain't called me today. What's going on? You ain't make that phone call. You ain't do this. Mr. Bailey does it too. Do you think they do it to try to delegate to me, tell me what to do? No. 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 It's because we believe in each other. I do it right back to them. From the top down, it starts with, oh, I heard it on the movie. They say attitude reflect leadership. Well, we see our leadership. We see Dr. Leonard. We see Mr. Brown. But here we go. We see Mr. Van Gogh. But watch this. We see Vetech Tony. We see April Griffiths. We see Dr. Kroon. We see Miss Natasha St. Amar. We see Miss Dickerson. Come on now. We see Miss Merlene. All
Say
of
one
you.
more time,
All
son.
right, come on now. Let's go. Miss Baker, I see you. Mr. Grady, I see you. BB, I see you, right? Miss Dowdell, I see you. Mr. KJ, Mr. T. Henderson. Come on, man. There's too many of y'all. I'm going to keep going until I get some voices back. I see you, Miss Burke. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Come on now,
Yes,
Miss
sir.
Miss Leonard. How you doing? Come on. I see
Yes,
all
sir.
of
Let's
you.
go. Let's go. Come on. It's Friday.
I see you all.
Here we go, guys.
Miss Brown, of course. I see you, Miss Moss. I see you, Miss Feline. But here we go, Miss King. This is what I gotta say. It doesn't matter. But nothing in this ever matters until you stop trying to live through everybody else. Right? It's time to live through you. Big facts, big facts. It's time to live through you. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Does that
sir.
make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring it on, Mr. Stephon Henderson, to close this out. Say why? Because this was powerful. My name is Shaq. He's here every day. Look, this say hi to Shaq, everybody. He's always making me work out hard. He grabbed me in there sweating today. It's all good. I told him I had a call, right? I told him I had a call. He said, step outside. You see, he came to get me, right? Y'all see, he came
Hey.
out. Messed up, man. This ain't no game. Go ahead. He's at work. Grab me back.
What's up, Jack?
Here we go. So this is what I got to do, guys. The same way I bring energy everywhere, I bring it around everything I do. Bring it around everything you do. Work hard. Do your due diligence, not just with the facts of this industry, with the facts in yourself. You know your heart. You know your mind. You know your spirit. Work. And walk to that beat and walk as a unit. Come on, the Better Nation. Walk as this unit. We're on power and positivity. We're not on a negative energy vibe. Like Mr. T. Henderson said, it's never lost, it's only transferred. Bring positive,
Yes, sir.
right? Bring renewal. Bring some refreshingness, right? That's not even a word, but I made it up, Mr. Tony. Refreshingness. I made it up. I like it. It's thrown in the dictionary tomorrow. So
Like it.
Hey, clean.
have fun, enjoy it. I love you all, but let's show our love and let's add to this family. Come on now, let's get these sales. Let's go out there. Let's do what we got to do to build ourselves so we can build our communities, so we can build our families, so we can change this mindset that everyone else has around us. But it starts with us, just like Mr. Grady says. It starts with you. Does that make sense? So, and the perfect action that we know how, you know what we're about to do. One more time, we're going to give all this energy. We're going to give the energy to Mr. Stephon Henderson to close us out. I told you not to stay long. I want to bring him back up. We know that it's Friday,
Yay.
right? So we already got it out the way. We pumped up on it, but you know what we've been chanting. Let's go, let's grow. So on the count of three, give a deep one from down in here, right? All the way down in there, some baritones, some tenor, all of it. And explosive energy. Let's go, let's grow. On the count of three. No problem, Miss Charlotte. One, okay? On the count of three, let's go, let's grow, explode with Mr. Henderson on. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Great job, sir. Great job. Great job. I know you gotta get your workout in. And so we're gonna send you back into the gym with some energy. Give the energy back to Mr. Ray before he goes into the gym. Right? Before he goes.
Let's go. Let's go. It's Friday.
Awesome morning call, Mr. Ray. Great call. Have a great day.
Nuggetville.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let me tell you something. So Mr. Ray did so much, right, in a little bit of time. He did so much in a little bit of time, so much that was important. Okay? This was important. Why? Because he broke it down to the individual team member, the individual person, right? You. To each and every one of us, he broke it down, right? It is up to us. See, collectively, we are Nevada, right? We're not the opportunity, right? We're not the opportunity. However, collectively, we are Nevada. We are Nevada, okay? Collectively. And it's going to take even more individuals, right? It's going to take even more individuals for this company to be what Dr. London envisioned it to be. It's going to take even more people. See, that's the thing. See, there's some people who think, right, that you get to a point and that's just enough. That's it. No. This is something that's not static. It's dynamic. It continues to grow. It's because why? Because we built this to be here after we're gone. See, we built this with the intention of it being here after we're gone. Okay? Yes, and see, it's not static, it's dynamic. And it starts with us. It starts with each and every one of us. And so here's the thing. Now, he talked about mindset. He's getting ready to go into the gym. He's talking about mindset. He's getting ready to go into the gym. If you've been into a gym, what is along the wall? If you've been to a gym, You've been to a gym. What's along the wall?
Mirrors.
Huh? Yeah, what you say, Mama Baker? What you say, Mama Baker?
Mirrors.
Exactly, mirrors. Does anybody know why those mirrors are there?
Motivation.
Come on. Huh?
Of course.
Why the mirrors there?
So you can see yourself in your effort. Reflection.
Okay, okay. Keep you on point. Reflection, motivation, all those kind of things. Those things are true, important. But here's the thing: they're there for vision. They're there for vision. Now, the only person on here that knows this, is Mr. T. Henderson. When I finished playing college ball, I went and I began to bodybuild. I was a bodybuilder back in 19 Wimbledon. So back in 19 Wimbledon, I was a bodybuilder, right? I used to help train our cousin who was a competitive bodybuilder. And this is what he taught me about the mirrors. I see a lot of people, in your house, it is for reflection. It's for reflection. In your house, yes, it's for reflection. But we're gonna flip how it is even in your house. But in the gym, it's about vision. In the gym, it's about vision. It's not about the reflection that you see, right? But it's about the vision that you want it to be.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
so it's about, when you look in that mirror in the gym, he taught me this. He taught me about the mindset. You have to see yourself how you want yourself. Okay?
Yes,
you
sir.
might have a 12-pack, right? You might have a 12-pack. You might even have a kid, right? Right now I'm carrying a kid, right? But you might have a kid or you might have a 12-pack, but you have to see, you have to envision in that mirror a 6-pack. Okay?
Yes,
right?
sir.
You might have them garden snakes, right? But you got to envision some python.
We
You got to envision some python, right? All right. So here's the thing. There's a thing called muscle memory. There's a thing called muscle memory. What you're doing mirror work. You're doing mirror work to envision, right? To envision what it is and how you want to look, how you want it to be, right? And then you develop muscle memory. Muscle memory. So it remembers when you go back to that work. So it's the thing. You have to envision when you do your mirror work. Yeah, everybody should be doing mirror work. Okay? You want to do affirmations, right? Because we want to change the mindset and the paradigm. You do affirmations, but you also do mirror work. So you begin to see yourself as the leader. You begin to see yourself as the Black Diamond. You begin to see yourself as the professional network marketer. You begin to see yourself, because here's the thing. You have to see it in here a long time before you see them here. Get it? You got to see yourself here a long time before you see yourself here. Okay? And so, you do that by doing mirror work. You tell yourself, you talk to yourself, you envision yourself walking across the stage. You envision yourself building an organization that you want. Everybody get it? Right? So what he's getting ready to do, he's going back into the gym to do some mirror work. That's important. Yeah, to hit the iron is important, but if you don't do the mirror work, you'll never get, right, to that place, to that body, to that person that you want. Okay? Everybody understand? It's gonna start with you. It has to start with you. Each and every one of you, right? In order for Nephetica to make it to the vision that Dr. London set forth. And so each and every one of you have to be visionaries. You have to be visionaries in order for this vision to come to fruition. Make sense? Each and every one of you have to be visionaries in order for this vision, Nephetica, to come to fruition. All right? So great. We will, again, this is a super call. The only way we can take this call higher, but before we do, put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Put a 1 in the chat. If that makes sense, put a 1 in the chat. Are you ready to be visionaries? Are you ready to be visionaries? Are you ready to put in the work, especially the mirror work? Are you ready? Now here's the thing. When you start your mirror work, this is the thing, this is the question you need to answer. Are you willing to follow that person in the mirror? Are you willing to follow that person in the mirror? When you begin your mirror work, that's the question you have to answer. Are you willing to follow that person in the mirror? Because if you're not, nobody else will. All right? Make the commitment. Make the commitment. That's what this week has been about. Make the commitment. So the only way we can take this call higher, we all know we connect with Source. All hearts and minds are clear. Father, we just give you all the glory. We thank you, God. We give you the glory because, God, you created us to be co-creators. We know that you created three things. You created creation, you created creatures, flying things, swimming things, creeping things, but you also created co-creators, and that is each and every one of us. So we have the power to recreate as we create. And so, God, you know, we may not be who that we think we should be or wish that we are, you know, at this moment, but we have the power to create and recreate. So, God, we thank you, God, that we have joined forces with you in this creation. So we give you all the glory. We thank you right now for this vision that we are part of creating, which is Novetica Your Best Choice. We are not spectators, but we're full participants. We are not spectators, but we're full participants in this vision, which is Novetica Your Best Choice. And we thank you for the visionary in Dr. Lance London. We thank you for his executive team, you know, his Mastermind Alliance. And we thank you, right, for the executive team, especially our founders, Mr. and Mrs. Brown. And we thank you for emerging leaders. We thank you for emerging leaders like Mr. Aaron Ray, and may you pour back into him all of the energy and power that he shared with us. And I thank you for each and every visionary that's on this call, each and every builder that's on this call, each and every co-creator that's on this call. And again, I come out to lack like a lion. You know, that they will not have any lack, but they must see themselves achieving. They must see themselves succeeding. They must see themselves as visionaries and builders. I thank you. I give you glory. I honor you because you envisioned us. We were concepts that you brought to fruition. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. We do so in the name of your son, Yeshua. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen.
Amen.
Let's go.
Amen.